Using Again by Benjamin Tod is going to be played in standard tuning, and it comes out of G formation. The song also, it's worth noting, is in measures of 3, like the way that you would count the whole thing is like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. So it has kind of a waltzy feel to it. It's also being fingerpicked. So the opening chord is going to be a G chord, and there's a bit of a riff that happens in the intro and then halfway through the song. That the chord pattern is not difficult. The chord pattern is just a G to a D to a C. But some of the picking that is happening in it is pretty nuanced and might be difficult to pull off just the way that Benjamin Tod is doing it without some practice. So the opening chord is going to begin with either your ring finger or your second finger, whichever is most comfortable for you. On the 6th string 3rd fret, you're going to be plucking that with your thumb, and then you'll be plucking with your first finger, pinching kind of simultaneously the open 2 string first, and you'll be alternating your first finger between the 2 string and the 3 string open to get a feel like. And my thumb is basically going 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and my first finger ends up splitting the difference of some of those notes, as in. So your thumb, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and your first finger is going. I think that would be 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So it's hitting on the 1 and the and of the 2, I think. So 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 3, 1, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2. So that's kind of difficult in and of itself, but the general idea is that you're allowing the open 1, or the open 2 and the open 3 to be ringing out here in the G chord. And then we're going to move into a D chord shape, which we're going to put our first finger on the 3 string 2 fret and our ring finger on the 2 string 3 fret. And we're going to pinch the open 4 and the fretted 3 strings simultaneously with our thumb and first finger. And then we're going to, and this would be the 1 of the measure, like 1, 2, 3. After we pinch the 1, we'll just kind of lightly brush down with our first finger the 2 and 3 across the open 4 and open 3 strings. We really don't want to hear a whole lot of the fretted 2 string here. And then on the and of the 3, 1, 2, 3, and, we're going to open up the 3 string and then move into our next 1 down measure into a C chord. The way that we're going to play the C chord is ring finger on the 6th string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 5 string 3 fret, second finger on the 4 string 2 fret, open 3 string, first finger on the 2 string 1 fret. Whenever we get into the C chord, we're going to just kind of strum with our thumb the 5 and 4 strings, and then so the thumb is the 1, and then our first finger will hit the 2, 3, again just kind of on the 5, 4, and 3 strings right there. And then the and of the 3, so like 1, 2, 3, and. The and is going to be the first finger picking the 2nd string, where our first finger is on our left hand first finger is on the 6th string 1st fret. Our right hand first finger, the picking hand, will hit that note on the and of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then the next 1 we're going to kind of emphasize that 6th string 3 fret where our ring finger is in the C chord. And then we'll go the 2, 3 down again with our first finger. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that's the first round of this intro. The second round is going to begin with our second finger on the 6th string 3 fret and our ring finger pulled back to the 2 string 3 fret. And we're going to pinch those notes together, the 6 and the 2 string, with our thumb and first finger. Then we're going to lift our ring finger to open up the 2nd string. Actually, let me back up. We'll pinch and then we'll hit another 6th string, and then we're going to open up the 2nd string. 1 and 2 is what we're hearing there. Thumb is 1 and, so, and the pinch is on the 1. First thumb and first finger pinch 1, thumb and open up the 2nd string is the 2. 1 and 2. And then the thumb is going to, on the and note, hit the open 3 string. 1 and 2 and then on the 3 we're going to pinch the D chord, moving with our first finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret, ring finger going down on the 2 string 3 fret, which really is an inconsequential note because we don't want that to ring out, but the ring finger just kind of goes there out of habit anyway. And we're pinching the open 4 string and the 3 string. And then we'll do, this will be like the 3. And then we will hit that pickup note back into the C again by lifting our first finger off of the 3 string. And then move into the C chord. And then we move back into the G chord, where we will hear the... And that becomes a vamp or an anchor a lot within the G chord that gets returned to a lot. The way that you would play that is strike the 6th string 3rd fret with your thumb, and then your first finger to the open 3 string, and then you'll strike with your thumb the open 4 string, and then hammer on with your 2nd finger to the 4th string 2 fret, and then strike with your first finger the open 3 string again, and then you just repeat that hammer on. First finger, thumb, hammer, 4 string 2 fret, first finger on the 3 string, thumb to the 6th string, repeat first finger 3 string, hammer, first finger 3 string, thumb 6 string. That's the feel there. Alright, so very slowly, one last time, that intro, and it again repeats like halfway through the song, will be... And then we get to just the singing chords, which will be a G chord. And in this G chord, all I'm doing is just fretting the 6th string 3 fret with either my ring finger or my 2nd finger. And I'm kind of pinching the 6th string and the open 3 string. So that's the 1, and then I go 2, 3 with my fingers just brushing down the chords. And the next one is still inside of this G chord, but your thumb hits the open 4 string. So we're actually playing the 5 note of the G chord by going G, 2, 3, 4 string, 2, 3. And then we're going to come up into the D chord, which is the same D chord as before. That would be a 1, 2, 3, and on the open 3 string, which happens almost every time that you move to the C chord. Back down on the C chord, hit the and on the, hit the and, 1, 2, and. So hit the and of 2 on the 2nd string, 2nd fret with your first finger, and then go to thumb on the 6th string, 3rd fret. And then back to the G, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, 1 measure, back up to the D, 1, 2, 3, and then the C chord, 2, 3, G, hammer on to the open 3 string, hammer on, thumb to the 6th string, that feel again. Alright, and it repeats in that fashion throughout the entire song. It is worth mentioning that I think in maybe the 3rd round of the verse, instead of following that progression just like that, it comes up to a D chord. where you would pinch the open 4 string and the 3 string with your thumb and first finger. The 3 string is not open. Your first finger is on your left hand first finger is on the 3 string 2 fret. Your thumb is pinching the open 4 string and the fretted 3 string. So that'd be a 1, 2, 3. The second measure also has the D chord, but we're going to move to the 5 of the D chord, just like we did in this G chord earlier, where this time they were going open 4 string to the open 5 string. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would be pinch with the open 4 string, down strum, then a single open 5 string, down strum, inside of the D chord. And then it goes back to the C chord, to the G chord, repeats the G chord, comes back up to the D chord, C chord, and into the G chord for that round of hammer-ons. And then I think from there it goes back into probably another verse or into the intro riff again. So, really easy chords, kind of difficult timing with your right hand picking. That might take some practice. So I would encourage you to review this lesson a good bit and then put on the track or the recorded version that Benjamin Tod did to Using Again and try to play along with that with the instruction that I've given you here. So those are the chords and the riffs and the movements to Using Again by Benjamin Tod. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.